Hi everyone, I hope you're having a good Friday. Today is March 10th, Friday, and last Friday I talked about finishing the Luck Dragon, but I had to clean the yarn first. Well, the yarn is still drying. It's almost dry. I keep moving it to a good spot so it don't mildew while it's drying, and is drying okay so far. But in the meantime, I have a different whip that I'm working on, but I found something else that is a finish it or frog it, and I think this might be a frog it. It is on a loom knit machine that I bought to make socks. And first of all, this kind of socks I don't wear anymore because it don't have the tread on the bottom to help me with my balance. And so I'm not going to wear the sock. And plus, I have forgotten what row I was on, and I have no clue where to, and I don't remember how far I went to make the heel and the toe. I don't remember all that. That's been so long since I stopped working on this. So we're going to frog it. So I guess first I need to take it off the loom. So, and just take it off and off. And we're still pet sitting. The donkey over here is not happy because my mom went shopping. She's getting things from the store. We do 2 shoppings a week now. I help her with the groceries, food groceries, on Monday. And so I order stuff from Walmart pickup where I don't have to walk in the store because I don't have the stamina for that anymore right now. I'm still building my strength back up. Maybe one day I'll get there where I have the strength to go walk in the store again. But it's going to be a while coming. And so I keep glancing down so I know where I'm going. Because when I have this off this loop, I might try to get some of my sock yarn and experiment with making a sock again. But just remember, my sister told me that I was loom knitting backwards and upside down. So I don't know how not to do that, but I prefer the metal parts to this on this loom that I had originally bought to the plastic ones that my sister got me for Christmas. I wanted more looms so I could try to make other objects, and then I gave up after I was told that I was loom knitting backwards and upside down. How do you do it upside down? I don't know. I think I know why I do it backwards, and that is because I have the tendencies of left-handedness. That's why I crochet under and not over, but I am right-handed. I use my right hand to write with and to crochet with. It's just that there are more tendencies for left-handedness. I even had a nurse one time who was taking blood from my veins, asked me if I was left-handed because the veins are stronger in my left hand. And I was born in the era where they kind of forced you to be right-handed. My dad is left-handed. My sister Callie, who is 12 years younger than me, is left-handed. So I have left-handed tendencies as well. So anyway, I'm taking this off so I can start. Now I see a spot here where on here, right here, where it may have had to be cut and refixed that I hadn't woven in. So it may not be a whole length when I frog this. I may come to the end and then have to tie it back on to finish putting all this back on the ball of yarn. So anyway, I brought my little hook in here. I think that I bought this from Joann's online to be delivered to Joann's when I first got this, because this was on clearance at AC Moore, which is no more. And I got this, and it didn't have a loom knitting needle, and so I bought this one, and it was ergonomic, and I love it. And my sister wanted one. I don't know if she's ever gotten one yet, but I got it from Joann's on their website. I'm trying to see where to do that one. Maybe it was turned the other way. Yeah, it was turned the other way. There's a groove in this needle thing. You can slide your hook I guess that's why I like this one better. And one of these days, I think I'll try again to make a project, but I don't know. I would definitely have different things. And we are still pet sitting. Did I say that already? I don't know if I said that already, but we're still pet sitting. And the doggy is trying to get my attention. Now, she just went and left it to go into my dad's room, because I'm not giving her no attention. And Mama's gone, so she likes to get my attention. She has a lot of allergies, and it makes her itch. And so she rolls on the ground a lot. And she's right now coming back in the room, coming up to me, right out of the camera view. And she says, I want to get into things. What can I get in to get your attention? And so, anyway, I'm actually wearing a skirt today. It's a long skirt. I prefer long skirts anyway. But I'm wearing a skirt today, and I haven't worn a skirt in a long time. And I got my pink shirt out. It's been a while since I've worn this shirt. I felt like wearing a different color, different shirt than the ones I have available to me in the bedroom I'm staying in. And my other room has lots of clothes, but I haven't really gotten them out yet. But there are some, because of the neuropathy that I have was making, before I fell, was making my legs hurt badly when the wind blew. But since I've been put on Ozempic, I had to think of it. I was trying to say omeprazole, and omeprazole is something I'm taking over the counter, and I need to get it onto prescription so my Medicaid will pay for it. But anyway, so the Ozempic is what I'm on, and since I've been on the Ozempic, my sugars have been coming down a little bit, which is good. I'm down to, last time I had it checked, I was at 8.5. So once I get it below 7, my doctor will make me go back every month. I'm having to go back every month to have it checked, but it's getting there. Anyway, I was already, making sure I didn't eat a lot of sugar and stuff. Although if you make yogurt and you use regular jam to flavor it, all that sugar in the jam, it turns to liquid at the bottom. So be aware of that. I like to make homemade yogurt. It tastes much better. It's fresher. But I buy the yogurt that I buy to get it going is called, I think, Stonyfield, something like that. But the key thing is that it has 6 different live cultures, and that's why I chose that one. It's because it's got a lot of cultures in it that are healthy and good for you. Anyway, and because I'm a coffee drinker, I don't eat yogurt for breakfast. I take it with my medicines at nighttime. And since I'm also take over-the-counter cinnamon pills, which also helps with your weight, it helps the cinnamon pill not have a acid reflux backfire on you. And it would do that without. And here we're almost frogging. I felt like singing a song of frogging a while ago, but I haven't yet started the frogging. I'm just undoing it from the loom first. And now it's off the loom, and let me bring it up out of the loom. The loom is free for the next project. When, I don't know. So here we go. A frogging we shall go. A frogging, rip. There we go. See, I told you there was the area where I knew it would be like that. So let's wind this onto the ball. It's going to be crinkly curly, I guess. I'm going to have it on there tight. Let's start frogging this a little bit before I tie it to the other one. Let me get this other one tied and maybe do a little snippy snip to make sure it's on there good, but also so that the thing doesn't have a long, because when I do something with it, I want to make sure that that part goes into the center, especially if I'm doing an amigurumi, which is more the case now than in socks. It's not something high on my priority make. I wish I had one of those sock looms, but they're thousands and thousands of dollars for the metal ones, and I don't know if the plastic ones would make me socks. They make hats, but I don't like to wear hats. I don't like to make hats that I don't wear. I do like the hat my sister made me on the loom using the Fun Fur stuff. I don't want to try that. Nope, not really. Okay, we got it. Now to do a little snippy snip. Now look, I want to tell you about my scissors. I like them. My doctor, when I had my broken ankle, had a disposable kit of scissors. It had 2 sets in it of scissors. She chose the other scissors and she gave me these because she saw me using regular big scissors made for cutting fabric, and that's what we use with my yarn because I didn't have any other with me, and so she gave me these. I guess she thought that they were a bit sharp looking. I had someone else once see me with them, the other pair of scissors, and tell me that the scissors I was using was a weapon of mass destruction. I guess that's only if you're mentally ill though, and I'm not. So for me, it was just fabric scissors. There we go. Oops, I dropped my knitting thing. Pick it up. There we go. Put it over here. There, so I can take it back to my room and continue the frogging. And get this going. Get to find where the end is to tighten it. Well, it seems it doesn't want to be found. If I hold on to it and I do it tight enough, maybe those things will go. Let's see if I can put this in view. Yeah, there we go. It's in view. And it's not in view. And the dog has calmed down. She's sitting over in front of the other couch that you don't see. You see pillows on a chair from here, and you see my mom's glue in the Kleenex box and a plant and my coffee, and you might see my crochet hook, which is pink right here. Nice one. It's good ergonomic, and it can light up when I need it to. Lately I don't need it to. The yarn that I'm working on, the current actually whip that I'll share on, I'll probably have it finished before Sunday. When I make the video on Sunday, I'll have 2 whips to share. And I don't know, maybe I'll have be working on another whip by then. I think my sister wants me to make a nutcracker as a Christmas ornament. So I'm going to start that one next. I have to find the colors that I need for it. I have the colors. I just have to find them. Have to get them out of the back room that I'm not using anymore, because first of all, it's not easy for my relatives to put an air conditioning unit in the window for summertime, and the heat in that room don't work too good, and I have to use a heater, and I don't want to have cords come across the floor and make me trip and fall. So I'm using the back bedroom. I wish that the bed would be changed out, because the one in the room that I'm not using is like a queen size, and it's nice big and it's soft. And the one that I'm currently using, it's not soft at all. It's like hard, but and it's full. It's big enough for one person, I guess, or 2 really. If you had 2 on there, it would be hold 2 people normally. But I like lots of room to lay down and not have my hand hit the wall, because my hand hits the wall when I'm half asleep and when I'm moving about in my sleep. So anyway, we're getting closer to the end of Frog, a ripping we would go, or ribbit, rip, rip, rip. I'm being silly. But anyway, so I've almost frogged this project. It's a nice green color. Marnie likes this color. This is Marnie's favorite color. I like blue. Blue is my favorite color. Pink too. And purple. Okay, I have to admit, those are my 3 favorite colors. But so when you're making a painting, like the one up there, do you see? that painting. That's an oil painting that I painted when I was in college. See if I can get it better in flame. There we go. It's of my sister. I took a photograph of her and her husband Howard at the time. She's no longer married to him, and her husband after Howard passed away, and so she's by herself now. But and she's moved. But back then, my niece Stephanie was a baby. My niece Stephanie now is going to have her second child. She's the oldest niece, but she's the one that had the babies last. So my niece, the middle one, Amanda, is the one that had the first one, the first great. And then after that, my niece Amanda had one more, and then my niece Katie had one. The last two are both 5 years old right now, and they're basically Josie, who is Amanda's, is like 3 or 4 months from June to September. Natalie was born in the 1st of September on the 6th, and Josie was born on the 5th of June. So there's about just pretty close to July, August, 3 months between them. Yeah, one is 3 months older, but what that does, it makes a difference in school. Nowadays, the cutoff date is in August or something. So if your birthday is after September, it's in September, you don't get to be in school until a year later. So they will not be, even though there's 3 months difference in the ages, they will not be in the same grade. Unless one of them gets held, and they're both pretty smart girls, even though the youngest one, and there's the little boy, I'm not counting him. So my niece Katie's daughter she's not been diagnosed, I don't think, but she's slightly on the autistic syndrome. So there's that. And I'm going to try to get this yarn to stay on here tightly and loop it through to where that I can let time take care of the little beep beep, the little crinkle curl that happened because of having it on the loom. There we go. We frogged it. It is finished and frogged, and I will be working on the luck dragon within a few days. But I'm going to be making a nutcracker, and my sister also wants me to make Mouse King for my niece McKinley for Christmas. I got all year, and then I had to figure out something to make for the other kids. Anyway, something not all the same, and that will be nice and good. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and say bye, and I'm going to see if this setting is good for lighting. I think it is, and talk to you later.